Hello, fabulous people. I'm Kat, and you might not know me yet, but today I've decided to take the first step, and I want to encourage you to do the same. I'm sure you have, as we all do, plenty of goals and dreams, visions, desires, aspirations, and we can all oftentimes get overwhelmed by them. I know I sure do. I get overwhelmed by all the thoughts of everything that I'd like to do, and we can become paralyzed by that. It's so easy to become paralyzed with wondering how, trying to figure out how's it all going to work out, how can we make this happen. And oftentimes this overwhelm, this paralysis keeps us from taking that first step. And as Mr. Lao Tzu so wisely said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So you have to just take that one step, whatever it is that you feel bubbling up in you, that urge, that inspiration, do this. You have to just take that step. Now, there is definitely something to be said for waiting sometimes, and we'll get to that in another video. But if you do feel a specific urge to do something, to take a specific action, I want to encourage you to do it. As you say yes to taking that first step, two things happen. One is that the floodgates open with creativity and ideas. Up until you say yes, you are resisting it. You're resisting that thing in you that says, do this. And actually there's a great book on resistance by Steven Pressfield called The War of Art. I definitely recommend it. So as long as you're resisting it and you're trying to think of how it's all going to work out, and you don't see how, it doesn't seem like anything is happening, you'll feel like this sort of dam, like stopping it all. But as soon as you say yes to that next step, that first step, you'll just feel like this flooding of ideas and thoughts just moving through you, and it'll continue to propel you to move forward with that one step. However, the second thing that happens when you say yes is that fear arises. Fear arises because you are now having to step outside of your comfort zone. It's something new. It's something that you've never done before, and it could be so scary. I know it definitely is for me. I mean, I can't even tell you all the different fears that have arisen after I said yes. And that saying yes, again, is just sort of an internal, like a yes, saying yes to God, saying yes to the universe, saying yes to that impulse. And all these fears can rise up, all the things that it'll bring up, all this stuff that's in you that you never even knew was in you. But it's awesome. So yes, the first thing is that the ideas will start flooding. It'll sort of propel that excitement to take that first step. It'll build upon that. But the fear sets in, and that can kind of counteract that excitement and that impulse to do the first thing. So what you do with the fear is you just acknowledge it. Don't try to ignore it. Don't try to do anything. Don't try to deny it. Just acknowledge it. Go, okay, say to yourself, say to God, the universe, say, I am afraid that da-da-da-da-da. Just by acknowledging it, you'll actually be free from it. It's amazing how that works. Now, it might not happen overnight, but if you just try and stuff it, you will continue to be governed by it. So acknowledge the fear and return to that impulse, return to that urge that you were so excited about, and just take the first step. Even if it doesn't make sense, you don't know maybe even why this is the next step towards your dream. But take the first step, do it, and just trust, keep going. Then the next step will come, and the next step, and the next step. Don't try to have it all figured out. You never will, if you haven't noticed yet. We never have it all figured out. So we got to keep going. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Whatever it is that you feel in you, if there is something, again, we'll get to the waiting, the importance of waiting in another video, but if there's something in you right now that's shouting, screaming at you, do this. I urge you to do it. I'm wearing the sponge shirt today with some bling on it. Love shiny things. But the shirt says be strong, among other things. So be strong. In fact, I'd go further and say you are strong. Take that first step and keep trusting, keep flowing. Hope this helps in some way. I look forward to sharing so much more with you. So subscribe to my channel so that you can get all the upcoming videos and messages that I want to share with you, and hope to inspire you to live a delicious life. So talk to you soon. Ciao.